Well, there's been some big changes to Medicare supplement plans in 2020, with the biggest being the fact that Medicare Supplement Plan F no longer being offered for anybody new to Medicare. On January 1st of 2020, Medicare pulled the plug on the big heavyweight, the most popular plan for years, Plan F, and people can no longer enroll in it. Is that a bad thing? Absolutely not. We've got two other options that most people can go with, and they're going to be the most popular plans now and for at least the foreseeable future. We're going to talk about Medicare Plan N versus G and see which one is best for you for 2020 and beyond. So there are a lot of different companies out there and a lot of different Medigap plans being offered, at least by Medicare, maybe not so much by each company. There are 10 different Medicare supplement plans available, and a lot of them don't even make sense. You'll pay more money per month for less coverage. So we'll focus today on the two most popular plans for people new to Medicare, which are Medicare Plan N and Medicare Plan G. Now, what are the differences? Well, you're going to see this debate come up a lot over the next few years because these are now the two most popular plans, but you need to know what each one covers and which one's going to be best for your own situation. So let's start with Medicare Plan G and what are the benefits of that and how much do you have to pay? Well, you've got a monthly premium for any Medicare supplement plan that you go with, and there's a bunch of different companies that offer them. Now, with Plan G, it's very easy to explain. You only have one out-of-pocket cost aside from your monthly premium, and then you get 100% coverage from Medicare and Plan G. What that cost is you simply pay the annual Part B deductible, and then Medicare Plan G will pick up 100% of the cost along with Medicare for the rest of the year. So this deductible is not a Plan G deductible. This is put out by Medicare. Part B Medicare covers doctor services, which means about 80% of your medical bills. However, you've got this pesky little deductible you have to pay for Part B. Well, it's not so bad. In fact, in 2020, it's only $198. That'll go up a little for 2021. Once you pay the first $198 of your medical bills on Plan G, Medicare and Plan G picks up 100% for the rest of the year. Now, I say the rest of the year because this is a once per year calendar deductible and it resets every January. So again, that deductible amount this year is $198 in 2020. In 2021, it might go to $210 or $215. We don't know yet, but the rules remain the same. You pay the deductible amount, then get 100% coverage for the rest of the year. Now, oh, by the way, my name is Russell Noga. I'm the owner of Medisupps.com, which I started over a decade ago. We're an online Medicare supplement insurance agency licensed in about 47 states. And I started this company a decade ago when I was shopping for Medigap insurance for my own mom. I realized how confusing it was, how hard it was to get quotes online because I'd put my name in and all I got was thank you and 40 different agents called me. It was a mess and it still is a lot of part of the industry. But I created Medisupps.com so it could be the easiest and fastest way to help people with their Medicare insurance. Now, we just discussed Plan G as now the most popular plan. That Plan F is no longer available. And it absolutely is. With one small deductible and 100% coverage, boy, that's fantastic. However, there's another option. It's called Medicare Plan N. So let's talk about how the difference of the benefits of Plan N and G could affect you, and you might want to actually count it as one of your good options. Medicare Plan N is nearly identical to Plan G, where you still pay that annual Part B deductible. However, Plan N has lower premiums. You say, great, Russell, sign me up. I like those low premiums. Well, wait a minute. You do have some possibilities of additional out-of-pocket costs on Plan N. See, they give you the low premiums, but they say, well, some of it might be on you in terms of your medical bills. But they're not bad, don't worry. Now, what are those? Well, you might get a small copay after you meet the deductible and pay that deductible each doctor's visit for the rest of the year. So you'll pay that $198 in 2020, which is the Medicare Part B deductible if you have Plan N. After that, though, if you visit the doctor again, you might have a small copay of up to $20 per visit, and that includes specialists. Now, it could be less than $20, and it could be no copay at all. It just depends on what you go for and how they code the visit. One other thing on Plan N that might come up is if you visit the emergency room and you're not admitted, and you go home, they will bill you a $50 copay. Now, that's just to keep people out of the emergency rooms for non-emergency things, which, believe it or not, a lot of people do go for. And another expense that you could incur on Plan N is what's called Part B excess charges. These are very rare. It just means if your doctor does not accept the assigned rates from Medicare for the entire practice, they could charge up to 15% extra. If you visit a doctor that does not accept those assigned rates, you would be required to pay a percentage of that percentage. Now, it's estimated 96 or 97% of all doctors in this country do accept the assigned rates. So if you're worried about it, just call your doctor and ask them if they do. Chances are they do. And honestly, in over a decade, I've never had a client ever see a Part B excess charge. So to recap, we know that on Plan G, you've got one out-of-pocket expense, and on Plan N, you might have a couple extras. And on Plan N, your premiums are lower because you're taking on the responsibility of some additional possible out-of-pocket costs. Now, Plan N does have lower rate increases as well. Historically, we've seen much lower than Plan G each year. So Plan N's a great option if you're healthy, or maybe you're coming off an Advantage plan and you're used to lower premiums, but if you're healthy and you don't go to the doctor a lot, but you know you want to have great coverage in there, however, there's no network, unlike an Advantage plan, you want the flexibility of choosing your own doctor or specialist, and you know the benefits are there if you need them. Plan N's a great choice because you're going to save money on those monthly premiums and those rate increases. I've got my own mom on Plan N, and she loves it. It's fantastic. But everybody's different, and that's why we want to help you. So, to compare Medicare Plan N versus G and to see the rates in your area, because it does come down to the cost, easiest way is just give us a call at 1-888-891-0229. I'll shop the rates for both of those. We'll discuss your situation, see which companies offer the best rates. Many of them offer household discounts as well. We'll factor that in. We'll do the work for you. You never pay us a dime. But we'll get you the best Medicare supplement insurance now and for years to come. So give us a call today. We look forward to speaking with you.